Hello, everybody. We're going to do a short stream. Just waiting for someone to come in. So while we wait, I will set up some stuff. So, y'all, as we know, Trump just had a very successful Super Tuesday. Uh, we look at Haley. She did not have such a successful day. Although you get individuals, okay, out there, media outlets, and of course they're going to do this. They're going to hype it up and say, well, Nikki Haley won Vermont, Nikki Haley won DC. I mean, the thing is this: when Nikki Haley won Vermont and DC, you would have thought that this woman, won every state on Super Tuesday. I mean, you would have thought that even before Super Tuesday when she won DC. I mean, they just like, I mean, the thing is this: nobody really wants to win DC because we know that what DC stands for. And people can say what they want, but me myself, I'm actually born and raised in DC. I was actually born and raised in DC. I used to work on Capitol Hill. I know what Capitol Hill is all about. There's nobody who's been looking on their website, the interwebs, or on the internet, seeing what they've seen and taking it as face value and coming on and trying to say that, oh, this is what it is. Because trust me, that's not what it is. That is not what it is when it comes to how it really goes down on Capitol Hill. All right, but Nikki Haley won DC. Okay, and you have to understand that I believe that some individuals, including voters in DC, are way more. Uh, I think that they're way more programmed than a lot of other people in other states. I really do believe that. When you look at DC, a lot of movements are being pushed in DC. Including BLM, gay rights, all of that stuff. A lot of it is being pushed on those citizens in DC to the point where a lot of those people in DC can't even think for themselves. They can't. It's worse in DC than it is in a lot of other places. And I'm going to tell you why a lot of people, all right? I'm going to tell you right now why a lot of people in DC keep voting blue. Not only because of the brainwash movement, but y'all have to understand DC does not have a lot of poverty like a lot of these other states. Like, it's not going through things like New York is. It's not going through situations like Chicago is. All right. And a lot of money flows through DC. A lot of people, whether it's in entry level jobs or professions, whatever it is, they make a lot of money. They make top dollar. All right. Even the people on low end jobs, they make top dollar. One thing about DC is that DC takes care of its citizens. I have to admit that. DC takes care of its citizens. They push a lot of movements on the DC residents. Okay. And that right there, that right there alone is enough to mass the people. It's that right there is known to amass what's going on in the world as an entirety. All right, that's enough to hide from the people in the world in DC what's really going on in the world, because DC residents are not really complaining about income like that. They're not really complaining about not having jobs and all of that stuff. They're getting taken care of. DC is a way different jungle than the rest of those other states out there. All right, but DC is, I don't think DC is a state, it's like the nation's capital, but DC is a whole different situation from a lot of those other states out there. Okay, DC, they do a lot to mask what's going on. So those people can't really see. All right. And like I said, what really opened my eyes was I had to really get out here and do some kind of research, okay, and figure things out for myself because you can just imagine the MSNBCs and all of that of the world. You can just imagine how many news medias that DC has, okay, that the people are tuning into every single day. This is why you get a lot of those voters like that. And like I said, a lot of college voters and all of that stuff identify with voting Dem or however you want to say that. You got a lot of that down there too. Like the Georgetown universities of the world, or the Howard universities of the world down there. You have a lot of those Georgetown, uptown area. A lot of those individuals up there at the Adams Morgan area. I know what I'm talking about, y'all people from DC. All right. All of those individuals up there are going to vote Democrat. All of them. All right. And DC is like one of the smallest states in the world. All right. And it has about what, 700,000 people in it inside of the nation's capital. So when you have a small little majority like that in a nation's capital like DC, you're going to get the results that you see from with Trump. Trump is never going to win DC. That's why I don't understand why a lot of the news media came out gloating about it. All right, they came out gloating about it, and this is before Super Tuesday. This is while Trump was getting the prediction polls and completely mopping the floor with Nikki Haley. How can you be getting? How can someone be mopping the floor with you? You finally win one state. Come on, we talking about what? 50 states up. We talking about 50 states. Okay, and the way they were celebrating Nikki was as if she won the 50 states and Trump won 2 states. All right, that right there was just asinine. It was just insanity. All right, but it shows how desperate they are. It shows how desperate that the left wing is. All right, it shows how desperate that the left wing is, and we know that when it comes to the left wing, they're going to do everything they can. They're going to take every little win that they can. All right, and they're going to try to put it under a microscope, no matter how small it is. That's how desperate they are. All right, so the thing is, the more important thing is also, I think that last year I think there was a lot of election interference, and I think that because it was put on the spotlight so much, I think it's kind of going to be a little bit hard for them to try to interfere as it was last year. And there are going to be some watchers. Okay, there are going to be people watching close. All right, and people need to show up to vote. People need to show up and vote for Trump. All right. A lot of the numbers were high for the turnout for, the primaries and all that. We need that same energy when it comes to vote. All right, the real deal, the real election. We need that turnout. All right, as Trump said, we need to make it too big to rig. All right, make the turnout so big it cannot be rigged. All right, because we all know that's what they want. They want it to be close. Okay, so they can go ahead and work their magic. If it's too big to rig, okay, and we have some insane comeback that really needs to be questioned. All right, that's going to put them on the spotlight. That's going to put a lot of other politicians in the spotlight, and they don't want that. All right, but we need that turnout. What I don't understand, right, is for a lot of individuals they're voting for Biden. All right, like I said, I would rather you individuals out there who are voting for Biden know why you're voting. I would rather you have some understanding, okay, of what's really going on out here in the world. Okay, I would rather for you to understand that we are in a high inflation economy. I would really like you to understand. I would really want you to understand that we're having war. Okay, I would really want you to understand that a lot of your money is being given away. Okay, I would really like you to understand the whole illegal situation, the border situation. I would really like you to understand all of this stuff. I would rather someone understand the negativity that is going on in the economy that is brought on by Biden and his regime and say, I'm okay, I'm going to vote for him anyway because I don't mind that. I'd rather for you to really not mind inflated economy. Come on and just say that I love the inflation. I love the wars. I love the illegals coming across the border. I would rather for you like all of that stuff, okay, which is probably some weird ass fetish or something like that, and say, yeah, I'll vote for him. Come on here and admit that that's the kind of wild stuff that you like, okay, and then vote for him. All right, but don't be this clueless person, this emotional person that's out there saying that, I don't like Biden because he talks. I mean, I don't like Trump because he talks mean. All right, Biden fell down the steps and Trump made fun of him. All right, don't be that emotional person like that has no idea what's going on. All you know is that, someone made fun of someone and that you're going to vote for Biden or you want to vote for the opposite side, because you don't want to vote for the mean guy. All right. I'm not saying don't vote for Biden. Vote for him, but at least know why you're voting for him, y'all. Y'all have to know why you're doing it. Know why you're doing it. Okay? It's kind of it's a weird thing, but know why you're doing it. Don't be emotional. All right. And we have to stop being distracted by news media. We have to stop being consumed and programmed by news media. Y'all have to understand this. He who controls news media controls the mind. All right. So if I own a whole bunch of news media outlets, okay, guess what? If I want the American people to think a certain way, I'm going to put whatever I want to on that platform in order for them to think the way I want them to think, whether it's a lie or not. If it's a lie, I'm going to put lies on news media so individuals can think the way I want them to think. When the election is coming up, guess what? If I was the overseer of the election, okay, and I own news media, all right, if I wanted people, and I'm not saying I would do this, I'm just saying how a lot of those entities out there are already thinking, but if these individuals own news media, all right, and we have an election coming up, and we know that someone like Biden is unpopular, his prediction numbers are way down in the toilet, in the trash, okay, but we don't want this other person to get into office because he's going to ruin our agenda or whatever the hell weird stuff we have going on. Guess what I'm going to do? If I own media, guess what I'm going to do? I want to put all the lies possible in media. I'm going to say that this person is racist. I'm going to say he talked about your mama. I'm going to say he did every goddamn thing. He didn't kick your cat. You know what I'm saying? Kick the dog. I'm going to say he did everything. And what you're going to do is you're going to start crying. You're going to believe it. You're going to get very emotional. And you're going to say, you know what? I hate that he did that. Although you didn't see the goddamn thing. And you're going to get so emotional to where you're going to say, you know what? Forget this. I'm voting for Biden. And you don't know what's going on in the economy. All right. And these are the same people complaining about high inflation. All right. But these are the same people that are saying, I'm going to vote for Biden. That does not even make any sense. All right. Where do you think high inflation and all of that? Where do you think negative microeconomic situations come from in the world? That comes from your presidential regime. Okay. That's where that comes from. But you wouldn't know that. A lot of you out there would not know that. Okay. So the thing is, you need to know, okay, what you should know. You should. All right. Nikki Haley lost. She's supposed to be exiting. I don't know why this lady stayed in to begin with. All right. Maybe just to be a troll. Nikki Haley is like the ultimate troll. I mean, I swear. She should have just went Democrat. Like, I don't even know why she has any kind of association with I don't know why she has any kind of association with the Republican Party. I have no idea why. But that lady is the ultimate troll. It does nothing but, uh, um, make her look silly. It makes it look nothing. It makes nothing but her look silly. All right. So it's good that she's out of there. She's saying that she may not endorse Trump right away, but I would not be surprised if she didn't, because number one, Nikki Haley has like a sore loser mentality. That's what she has. She has like a very sore loser mentality. All right. And the way she presented herself, on the opposite side, you would not even think that she was a Republican. All right. But yeah, that's what's going on. A lot of people also talking about Kamala Harris, how she had a black media director. All right, and Kamala Harris right now, y'all, I'm telling you, her and Biden right now has really been disrespecting the African American people. All right, and when I say they've been disrespecting the Black American people, I'm talking about stereotyping. All right, um, you know, I'm talking about going to the churches. All right, going to sit down at people's houses, eating fried chicken and all of that stuff. I'm talking about that. All right. We know that Biden has been making his rounds towards black churches. He has been making the rounds. Speaking at black churches, Kamala Harris have been showing up at HSBCUs, black colleges, uh, you know, and we all know how a lot of the black college individuals think. We know how they think. All right. And sadly, a lot of individuals in the historically black colleges are programmed. They're brainwashed. That's why you get a lot of them voting for Democrats. All right. Because they're brainwashed. And the thing is, Kamala Harris comes along to a lot of these colleges and she used their ignorance against them. She knows that they're ignorant. She know a lot of that a lot of blacks are ignorant, and she know that we will respond positively towards her through a lot of dumb stuff. All right, just like and it's the same thing Hillary Clinton did. All right, I think one of them made the remark a long time ago about the hot sauce in their bag. Dumbass stuff. That's like ignorant. All right, that's stereotyping blacks. That's racist ass stuff. That's not even borderline. All right, that's over the line. That's racist ass stuff. And the thing is, it's not even out. I mean, you got Biden doing his dumb ass stuff, but mostly it's our own people doing it to us, mainly. All right. And another thing is this: Biden right now, I don't even think can comprehend how to really engage in, well, at least at the moment. All right, because we know the crime bill and all of that he put together, but that wasn't fully towards just all blacks. That was towards a lot of other ethnic groups too. But I think that uh, uh, Harris could be putting a lot of these things in Biden's ear. Okay, I think she could be putting a lot of bugs in Biden's ear of what to do. I think that that visit he had with the father and the two sons, when he went to sit down and eat fried chicken with them and all of that had to come from Harris. That couldn't have been all Biden, because Biden's not even all there to even really comprehend how to do shit like that. That came from Harris. All right. But anyway, Biden went along with it. And I say that to say this. Yeah, it's really our own people doing it. They know how how ignorant that a lot of us are, especially a lot of those individuals from historically black colleges. And individuals from historically black colleges, a lot of them don't think for themselves. Number one, they're too young. And I guess the fortunate thing is, regardless of the many places that they go or the many colleges that she go to, Harris, uh, those blacks are not going to show up to vote anyway. They're not going to show up to vote anyway. So I guess that's the fortunate part about it. All right. Not only are a lot of them ignorant, but a lot of them are too really distracted to even think about doing anything like that. All right. When it's time to vote, a lot of them going to be somewhere partying, drinking, twerking, doing all kinds of dumbass stuff, They're not going to be thinking about that. So a lot of times she's wasting her time going to a lot of these colleges. And not only is she wasting her time, she's just bringing out a lot of the ignorance when it comes to this college. Because the last college she recently went to, I think, was yesterday, right? Most of the students on there, they would listen to Sexy Red, who is not one of the most positive influential celebrities out there when it comes to blacks. All right, and they were twerking, they were drinking, they were doing all of that stuff. And this is after a Kamala Harris visit to a historically black college. This is the stuff that they do. All right. So you had Kamala Harris on there talking, and then you had the blacks, the youngins up there acting a fool. That's what it is. All right. Now, if you went to a historically white damn college, you probably wouldn't even see all of that shit. If you went to an all Indian college or all Asian college, all right, even an all Africa college over there in Africa, you wouldn't see that ghetto ass stuff. You wouldn't see that. All right. But anyway, that's what she's doing. Biden is making his rounds to the churches and even the elders. No disrespect to my OGs and elders, but even a lot of those individuals up there don't know what the hell is going on. All right, they so lost in the sauce. All right, that's unfortunate. All right, a lot of them may show up to vote, depending on if they really feel like getting out of the bed. All right, but then again, I also wouldn't have been surprised if some of them are just going with it. All right, but they still know how, but they still understand how sneaky Kamala Harris is. All right, some of them may just be going with it, but I'm gonna tell you like this right now. If I was that guy that Biden shows up, if I was that guy who has the house where Biden showed up to eat fried chicken, there is no way in hell I would even allow Biden around me or my kids or my house. I would want no connections with that guy. I would want no affiliations with that guy. There is just no way in hell. I wouldn't even want him around my kids. With the weird ass shit and the ice cream and it's just I just don't think he's even all there. All right. He's not the best influential person to bring around your kids. Okay. If you're raising your kids and you want to bring around nice, influential people who's got it all together and can actually provide value to your family and your family household with a visit to your family household, I don't know what the hell that goddamn Negro was thinking. I don't know what is. I do not understand what that dude was thinking, letting that man in his house like that. I don't. He must have lost his goddamn mind. I would not let him in my house. I would not let him around my kids. Okay, not with I wouldn't even because the thing is this right here. Do you know how much flack his kids can get from that? Do you know what that could possibly do to his kids' social life? Sorry about that. Do you know what that could do to his kids' social life? They don't think about that. All right. When I think about that situation with the dad and the two sons, and Biden came into his home. All right. I just think that was a all about me situation. I just think that the father may have could have possibly been thinking more about himself than anything. But anyway, yeah, that's what's going on. I would not have let that dude in my house. It was kind of a weird situation, but Trump did succeed on Super Tuesday. All right, so now all individuals have to do really, okay, is just show up. That's all they have to do. Show up to vote. Show up that do that same turnout. All right, but I do think that there will be a good turnout. Okay, I do think that there will be a good turnout when it comes to voting. I know that I'm going to be voting. Okay, and I'm down here in Florida, so a lot of us down here in Florida are going to be voting. Yeah, I've been sniffing and coughing all day. I think it's like the pollen. A lot of it is messing with me. But Yeah, I'm gonna be out voting. I voted for Trump the last two times. I'm gonna be voting for him again a third time. It's kind of weird saying that because a lot of these presidents are used to having like second terms in a row. But like I said, what do you expect when Trump is not the yes man? A lot of people always try to compare Obama, but Obama was the yes man. All right, and like I said, you think if Obama wasn't the yes man, all right, and he was fighting against the deep state or whatever you want to call it, okay, do you think that um, Obama would have got a second term? Do you really think Obama would have got a second term? Me myself, I don't think so. There's no way that guy would have gotten a second term. Not if he was fighting like Trump was fighting. Not if he was fighting the way Trump was fighting. That dude would not have gotten a second term. And I know that Obama's supposed to be the first black president. He wasn't my first black president because that dude ain't do nothing for that dude ain't do nothing for the black people. Nothing. All right. Surprisingly, he had an interview with Charlemagne the God or Charlemagne, and shockingly, Charlemagne asked Obama, "What did you do for the black people?" Okay, besides all of these other little ticky tack policies that you have, and don't you know that Obama couldn't say shit? He couldn't. He couldn't really say off the top of his head what he did for black people. All right, was it shocking? No, it was not shocking. If y'all want to go look at that video, just type it in Obama and Charlemagne the God video. Obama could not tell Charlemagne what he had done for black people. And that was very, very unfortunate. That was very telling. All right. And all he did was dance around the question the whole time. And I told y'all, when Obama first got into office, the first thing Obama did was he catered to other, he started launching policies that catered to other countries. That's all he did. You want to know what Obama gave black people? Obama gave black people the gay rights shit. He gave them Black Lives Matter, all of that bull crap. All Obama did was build emotional tools to keep blacks emotional. That's all Obama did. Gay rights, Black Lives Matter, I am Trayvon, all of that. And like I said, no disrespect to Trayvon Martin, rest in peace to the brother, but that's what Obama gave us. All right. You look at everything Obama was campaigning for during election, before and during the election. All right. How many times did Obama roll out Black Lives Matter? How many times did he roll out gay rights? All right. How many times did he say, I am Trayvon? He said, I am Trayvon about a billion damn times. He said that about a billion times. All right. And that's very, very unfortunate. Very. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing some of these lives. We're just gonna get in here and talk. I see no one showed up, but I told y'all, when the people don't show up, it does not bother me as much because I know that this channel is still getting off the ground. All right, and not only is it still getting off the ground, but I'm gonna re-upload this video again. I'm gonna do some editing to it, re-upload it again. And usually every time I re-upload it, that's when a lot of people come see it. Right now, my lives is not kicking like that, y'all. And I find it way better to do lives and talk, um, knowing that someone may show up versus just doing a lot of video cuts and all of that and uploading. That's a lot more time consuming. All right. So if some of y'all got into the YouTube thing, Lives is the way to go. Do your live, re-upload it. Okay. And if you get views, then good on your live. But if you re-upload them, you'll get some more views. So I know around this time a lot of people are at work. A lot of people doing the 9 to 5 thing. So some people might not be seeing them right now. But anyway, y'all, I wanted to make this video for y'all. I hope y'all enjoy it. And also hit that subscribe and notification bell so y'all can get my video notifications when I upload them. This is my video, and I will catch y'all on the up and up. Howdy.